we have our special guest, Sandhya Ravishankar, who's a senior journalist, and we have a very gruesome incident that has happened in Tamil Nadu, which is, which has raised a lot of questions across the country. Uh, it is sent shockwaves across the country because Tamil Nadu has always been a state which has been hospitable to its whoever visits it. And in fact, we have a saying that Vandare Vararikum Tamilagam, which is like whoever comes have always prospered in Tamil Nadu. That is how this state has addressed those people who visit here, or those tourists who come here, or those people who have come here for a living. Unfortunately, we came across an incident, a gruesome incident, I should say, where uh, the victim Suraj was actually targeted while he was traveling in a train by fellow travelers who targeted him inside the train by brandishing machetes and other weapons, and just to take some reels, probably on to upload it on Instagram and other social media platforms. And then, since he objected, this is what is being said, since he supposedly objected to the treatment meted out to him, he was taken to a secluded spot where they started attacking him physically. And the worst part of it was that the gruesome attack was filmed and it was published by the very perpetrators of the crime very boldly, as a matter of pride. It is actually a matter of shame for the state of Tamil Nadu that something like this has happened. And the worst part of the whole incident is what followed afterwards, which is that this government came out of the statement. The police department came out of the statement. I would rather say the police department came out of the statement saying that the victim has discharged himself. I don't know in which, it could be a medical miracle that somebody who's had a broken skull, because if you see the incident, if you really closely watch the incident, you can see in the video itself, the gruesome video, that the perpetrator of the crime claims that he has broken the skull of the victim. When he has broken the skull of the victim's skull has been broken. How did they manage to discharge him, or how did he manage to discharge himself? There are so many questions that we will ask Sandhya, ma'am. Please elaborate on this one.
I just looked at the video again. I watched the whole video again of that attack on Suraj. And there have been 60 blows, 60 cuts, most of them to the head. And like you said, in one of the attackers is saying his skull is broken, right, in Tamil. And they continue to hit him. Now, my question is, where is Suraj? Now, you have a boy, a young man, 34 years old. We don't know whether he's a migrant worker or a beggar, whatever it is. He has come from Orissa to Tamil Nadu for a living in some fashion. Now, these 4 boys have attacked him and you have arrested them. What happened to the victim after that? You've taken him to hospital and you say that either that same night or the next day, Suraj has discharged himself against medical advice. Now, if you see the last video of Suraj that we have which is doing the rounds online, his face and his head is fully bandaged up. Fully bandaged up. He's on a
Understandable.
wheelchair.
Somebody who's having his
He's
skull
been
broken.
cut everywhere.
Yeah.
And or his arms are bandaged and his face is swollen. He's hardly able to speak. He's just saying his name. He's just saying Suraj, Suraj. That's it. How did this person walk out of the hospital, discharge himself? How did he sign? How did he just walk out? And I don't understand. He's a victim of a horrific crime. I don't know anyone who's watched that video and not felt chills running down their spine. It's horrific. It's not something you ever imagine happening in our beautiful state, where people are so warm and hospitable. But the police and the Tamil Nadu government have just let him go. They should have contacted his family or friends, whoever, handed him over to them. They should have made him stay and given him full treatment, made him recover, get up back on his feet. The Odisha government, and I've been talking to a lot of journalists in Odisha, They have been speaking to people in the Odisha CMO and in the Odisha police. The Odisha CMO, Odisha police have been asking the Tamil Nadu government for details of this boy Suraj, which have not been provided. They have no idea where he is. The police in Odisha have gone to, they've got some information and they've gone to some place, but they have not been able to find anybody there. So we don't know where his family is.
Normally, the procedure is when a person is grievously injured, the procedure is to hand over the victim if at all he or she is going to be discharged. The procedure is to hand over to the guardians or the relatives.
Yes, if
Why
you're
don't-
not able to find the relatives, the Odisha government is there. All you have to do is call them and say, please, somebody take responsibility for this boy. You need somebody, right? How do you just allow a victim of a horrific crime just walk away? So that, and I'll tell you why. Because I believe that they have allowed this to happen because they don't want any of the other opposition leaders
to go
or-
meet the victim.
Exactly. They don't want them to have photo ops with the victim. They don't want it to be blown up beyond beyond proportion.
So just to not displease the chief minister, the victim has been packed off. Can we take it?
I don't know about the chief minister, but we know he's been packed off. And I have not heard of any other case where a victim is, treated in such a disrespectful manner. He may be a beggar, he may be a migrant laborer, whatever he is. You don't treat a human being with disrespect like
Of
this.
course.
He deserves to be protected wherever he is from. Even if it's a foreigner, I'm saying the same thing. He's another human being.
Absolutely.
You have to protect this person.
Absolutely.
And frankly, it's just astounding to me that he has been packed off in this fashion. Nobody has asked a question about this to the Tamil Nadu government, to the Tamil Nadu police. In fact,
And they came out with a rejoinder, or should I say a statement.
yeah,
This is
so
very
the IG of the concerned IG, he held a press meet and he gave the bare basic facts of the case. He said he's the one who said that he discharged himself against medical advice.
How can somebody discharge himself within a few hours of going through such a serious, injury,
Yeah,
such as breaking of a skull? I mean, that should be a medical miracle.
60 blows.
Absolutely.
Medical miracle is the right word, frankly. And it's astounding.
And we don't even know where he is now. Maybe he's alive, he's not alive.
The Odisha CM has been talking about this. There have been statements.
How come
issued.
no media is publishing this?
So I'll give you a small chronology. And the day of the attack, when the video first came out, it came out on social media. It was doing the rounds. We all saw it. That day, there was only one Tamil channel, Polymer TV, which carried the news. It was a small snippet. They carried it. They moved on. Other Tamil channels did not even carry it. Then the next day, so my guess is there has been suppression of this video or this news in the media. It was only the second day that some channels started showing this. By then, the English channels had picked it up, the national channels. And they were, talking about it and going whole hog. But Tamil channels, there was silence. Odia channels have been reporting about this, and they have carried, the statements by the chief minister where they're saying, we have got no details. We're asking Tamil Nadu government, we're not getting any details. All this is happening in Odisha. Nothing is being shown in Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu. It's blanked out.
Completely. So, I don't know. I mean, if you want to maintain your image as a government,
You don't do it with threat. You don't do it with force. You don't do it by all these kind of,
inhuman behavior.
yeah.
So I really don't know. Okay, now let's come to the next part of it. The second part of it is there's going to be a trial of some sort. They have put Section 307 attempt to murder cases on 3 of the boys who attacked him. Now, what about witness identification parade? That has to be done. For that, Suraj has to come because he's victim as well as witness. A whole bunch of formalities need to be done. Victim has to be present at various points during the trial. How is this trial now going to proceed? Do you know where he is?
So it could be a clandestine. It could be said to be an attempt clandestinely let go of these perpetrators?
I don't think the government is invested in letting go of the perpetrators.
No, but
Or the
the fact of the
police.
matter is the government, if it is going to play this kind of a hide and seek in such a serious and sensitive issue, it inadvertently helps the perpetrators to get away.
Inadvertently, yes, but it
No,
looks like it's a
for
small
one,
price to pay for the
for one,
government.
I'm not going to come out and blame and say that Stalin should be there trying to prevent such crimes.
Absolutely.
Such crimes happen. But the question is now, what happens after the crime? After
Exactly.
it comes out?
Exactly.
If the government is going to really look at,
Only at image management,
yeah,
then what is the point of
having an administration at all?
exactly? If you're only concerned about the image management of the ruling party, then why do we have IAS officers, IPS officers, an entire government machinery? Why do we have these people? You're there for the people.
Correct.
But if you're going to work only for the rulers, then there's
It makes no sense.
I have nothing to say.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
And such a serious issue. We actually expected a statement from the chief minister.
Right.
Because he is heading the department, the police department.
Home department.
And let him come out. I mean, he should have ideally come out and stated the facts. We are not expecting anything out of the ordinary from. We are not going to try to tell him that he could have prevented this. But an incident has happened. And your authorities are moving, like they are moving with amazing speed to ensure that the damage limitation is done when it comes to image. Like I have given to, I'm given to understand that they have written, the police department has written to the social media platforms such as Twitter.
Yes, asking them to block the handles
and
of
bring down all the videos.
People who have shared the videos. That is, okay, even that's one part of it is
understandable that you don't want to create a kind of
fear
mongering among
and also they are juveniles, so their identity should not be put out. I get that. You can just call them. I think some of them have, even the people who have shared the video, some of them have got calls from the police saying, take your tweet down.
Yeah, I understand.
So that apart, now the most important question as far as I'm concerned right now is, where is Suraj? That is all I want to ask.
In fact, I would divide this whole incident into three parts. One is the incident per se, then the victim and the perpetrators. Now, if you're looking at the incident, we all know that there has been a tacit or a clandestine, thought process injected, which is
Yes.
that North Indians or
The Vadakkans.
Yeah, Vadakkans. That's the term that they call. It's actually a racial slur.
Literally, a racial slur.
So they have come here to exploit us. This is the kind of
this is the frenzy that has been whipped up by the DMK.
Yes,
and they are solely responsible for it.
Yes, and the ecosystem. Not only the DMK, I would say DMK. Yes, they have played a major part, and also all
the influencers and the social media influencers, the guys,
and those parties which are spreading this Tamil puritanism or whatever that you find here. They are culpable, they are guilty.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Yes. This is not the only incident. Before the Suraj incident happened on 15 December in Coimbatore, a North Indian migrant laborer was stabbed. I believe he's from Uttar Pradesh. So he had gone to a bakery to have tea.
Okay.
He was stabbed by a guy who said speak in Tamil. He doesn't know the language. He got stabbed with a knife. That man is also in hospital undergoing treatment. This video came out on 31st of December on social media. But the incident happened 15 days before that. And then the immediate next day after Suraj was attacked, in that same railway station, another person called Jamal was attacked. And apart from that, you've got, this Govind of Coimbatore, like I just said, the North Indian, the Uttar Pradesh
There's another
worker.
Suraj from Kolkata who's also killed by
yes, exactly,
by some other chap in south of Tamil Nadu. So it shows a pattern. That's why I say you have to look at the crime, the victim, and the perpetrators.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, when you look at the crime, you see a pattern, and the pattern is that there has been a clear propaganda which has been going on against
North Indian migrant workers,
and that they are trying to usurp our place, our properties, our rights. This is a fake propaganda that has been going about. And we
No, it is
have
dangerous.
yes,
It rips apart the social fabric. Can you imagine a Tirupur today, or a Coimbatore today, or in fact even Chennai? Can you imagine if there were no migrant workers from Northeast, or from Bengal, or from any of the other North
absolutely
Indian states? Who is working in all the restaurants? Who's working in all these shops?
correct. In fact, a senior citizen had called me and spoken to me today. Uh, she was saying that she had watched my video yesterday about this, and she was saying that her maid servant, who happens to be Nepali, was apprehensive and was saying that I don't feel safe walking here. This has never happened in Tamil Nadu.
It has never happened in Tamil
And
Nadu.
I would hand it out to all those social media platforms
Absolutely.
which have been going about with this jingoism.
Yes.
I would call it jingoism. That these northern people are here to invade us. They are here to take our portion
Jobs
of our
away, our
jobs
livelihood away. They're
Yeah.
going to rule over us. Absolute.
Buncombe and baloney.
Absolutely.
And there's always some political leaders, though I have respect for them, but the fact remains that these political leaders have gone about saying that there are 1 crore infiltrators, there are 1 crore immigrants who have become voters and they're going to vote, so on and so forth. I think we have somewhere lost the plot.
Tamil Nadu, I feel Tamil Nadu has been maligned because of the ruling party.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because the Tamil Nadu that you and I were born and brought up in, this is not the Tamil Nadu. We are not people who just get rid of inconvenient victims.
Correct.
We are hospitable, we are warm people, we take care of others. That's the Tamil Nadu that we are.
And it has never been this way. I think in the last few years that you have had this jingoism coming up. And unless the government really comes out to be responsible, which I don't see in this government at all, this is not going to stop here.
No, I don't think it's going to stop.
It's going to get worse only. I am not trying to instill fear among people. That is not my intention. But
it's a pattern. It's a recurring pattern.
That's what we see.
And we are seeing it in front of our eyes.
So, where is Suraj? This is the question that we've been asking, and we will continue to ask. This government is liable and accountable to us in answering that where is the victim of this gruesome incident? What happened to him? Why is his family not kept in? Why is his family kept in the dark about this? Why is the police trying to control the voices that are asking pertinent questions? Why is the establishment not willing to be accountable? These questions are going to keep ringing, and I hope that the government comes out with a clear answer. Thank you, ma'am, for coming out.